Wow, a lot of salt and pepper shakers. You think you got enough?
On tonight's KURT'S BLURBS Hacks Edition. What up, lunatics? Kurt Money here with my thoughts on episode 2 of Hacks' 5th season. Let the blurbs begin. Blurb number 1, was Jimmy abducted? So after the brilliant show launch of the courthouse last week, the crew is now tasked with actually getting the date at Madison Square Garden, because they did not have that in place yet. So they go to New York to make their case to an executive about why they should get a date. And of course, it doesn't go well.
I think you're right for Webster Hall.
I know this bitch didn't just say Webster Hall.
And Jimmy, God love him, is like, look, they are passionate, okay? And he gives an example of said passion in action.
They abducted me once. I got free, but I didn't call the cops because they are so sweet.
So good, but I gotta know the reason why they abducted Jimmy. He's like the best agent ever. Just last week, he's hanging up on his therapist to take Deb's call.
Again, I do want to revisit working on your boundaries with clients.
Yes. I've been thinking about that a lot, and I am, you know what? Deborah's calling. Same time next week? Great.
So, like, what could it have been that made the little Debbies kidnap him?
Who knows?
A lot of fun stuff in this office. The exec is played by Alana Ubach, who I recognize from Sister Act 2, of course. That's probably her claim to fame for me. But like they talk about on the pod, she also was Marsha's friend in the Brady Bunch movie. Friend, you know, she was really in love with Marsha.
Noreen? Is that you? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was my leg.
And then they also point out who else was in the Brady Bunch movie? None other than Deborah Vance herself.
Next Christmas, you tell your daddy I'd be more than happy to wrap his package.
Okay.
Blurb number 2. Podcasts. We got 3 main plots to deal with this week. We got Deborah needing to rally her fans to get her the date at MSG.
Just need to reignite the base. The little Debbies would help me with anything.
Ava's first fan, LOL.
I'd never even seen Deborah before.
And then Jimmy and Kayla pitch a rewatch podcast show to Renee O'Connor from Xena.
Who's that?
From Xena Warrior Princess, the show. The show on the WB.
Oh, TV show.
Yeah.
I haven't made it to TV yet. I'm still making it through all the movies.
This scene was adorable, not only because Jimmy is clearly a huge fan, but IRL Paul Downs, the guy who plays Jimmy, he grew up loving Xena as well. That's pretty cool. They talk about his favorite shows on the pod. There's this, Amphab, which I've never partied with, and then also MacGyver, which I party with on the reg.
You also love MacGyver, so he's really a man of
did love MacGyver.
multitudes.
Good show.
Richard Dean Anderson might have been one of the people signing at another table in this, actually. That'd been funny. Get him in on this. Has he done a MacGyver rewatch pod yet?
No.
There's also a great dig in this episode at what is currently playing at the Garden in this universe, and that is a true crime pod with an excellent name.
I'm sorry, isn't there a live true crime podcast playing tonight?
Murder My Stupid Ass Please has over 90 million monthly listeners.
Bad news. Murder My Stupid Ass Please is not a real podcast. Sorry to break it to you. Good news. True Crime Cleanup on ILH is a real podcast, hosted by yours truly. Okay, plug over. Blurb number 3, GSR. Now, in the true crime world, GSR stands for Gunshot Residue. Another fact I know because I host the pod. Okay, I lied. Now the plug is over, because here it stands for Guest Star Roundup. Some new and returning faces. New face being Hannah Pilkes, who plays this fan of Ava's.
Even now, I'll just randomly look up your old tweets sometimes.
Oh, no, don't do that.
This I fell for hook, line, and sinker. I did not see it coming that she was secretly a hardcore Deb fan, trying to usurp Ava as writer for Deb.
She's the 3rd generation little Debbie.
That's right. I'm here for Deborah. I just wanted to replace you and write for her, you stupid bitch.
Oh, my God.
God, you know, when she first showed up, I was sitting there thinking, it's weird Deborah's not saying anything. I mean, she's right there. And then we realize she can't know yet. Not until it's time to drop that bomb.
As president of the Little Debbie's Tucson chapter, this will not stand.
Wait, sorry. I thought you were my fan.
What are you talking about? That's Cindy.
So good. I know Hannah from Comedy Bang Bang. This Hannah Pilkes. We got 2 Hannahs here. But I thought she was super funny here. And a returning face we all know and love, Jane Adams as Ava's mom.
Well, I'm seeing someone, Ava, and it's become physical, the first since your father. Well, depends what you count.
Oh, God.
God, she is so good in this. And she's only in it for like a scene. Almost every line she says is hysterical. The idea that she invited this long-lost childhood friend of Ava's that she thinks she was besties with, but she really wasn't. That's some real mom shit right there.
Look who's here.
Oh, wow.
Hi. Hi.
Henny Regan.
It's me. Yup. Hey, how are ya?
And then also she admits to reading her diary, and that's how she knew that Ava would love to be serenaded by Jesse McCartney.
I know. I read your journals. That's why he's here.
Just like Paul Downs with the Xena lady, I guess Hannah grew up loving Jesse McCartney. He was like a real crush of hers. So this reaction, this is real. It's also good acting.
This one goes out to the most special girl in the world. You know who you are.
It's me.
Blurb number 4. If I had a nickel for every time someone on a show this week was smoking in a non-smoking area, I'd have 2 nickels because I just saw this happen in the pit. And now here it is happening with Dowd as a Star Trek Andorian out here to talk Deborah down.
I once had a guy paint a portrait of me using a stamp pad and his anus. It's framed in my bathroom.
I love a con in a fictional reality. I do not party with cons in real life. Okay, I've been to one. Comic-Con 2013, and I saw one of the Power Rangers at a booth with nobody in line. They were like looking around, smiling, trying to make eye contact with somebody. It was so crushing that I'm not going to tell you which Power Ranger it was. Oh, it was Brutes, and it sums up what I don't like about cons, or flea markets. For that matter, same principle.
Good, honey.
Luckily, that doesn't happen with Deborah, but her fans are super pissed, and their reasons are so good and specific.
You never published another book of Debokus, and the regular Sudokus are just too hard.
My favorite one, though, is this lady complaining about how Deborah doesn't come to her city because it's so true to life. I mean, or so I've heard comedians gripe about on podcasts and stuff. It's usually one of 2 things. People are like, why don't you ever come to my small-ass city? I'm here, and you should come here. Or 2, why don't you come to my city that you were just at a week ago?
Why are you performing only at Madison Square Garden and not Portsmouth, New Hampshire?
That was one of the more grounded reasons. They had some fun deleted lines from this scene that they played on the podcast. There is one I wish would have made it into the show, and that's the ginger imp insult.
Why did you leave your late night show for that wily ginger imp?
Blurb number 5. So ugly it moves you to tears. Let's talk about this pasta portrait.
And we made this completely out of natural seeds and grains. 29 types.
I mean, is this thing gorge or what? What I wouldn't do to have this prop in my grubby little hands right now so I can stick it on my wall. They say on the pod they don't know what happened to it. That kills me. I don't understand how a prop like this is used in an episode, and then when everything's wrapped, there's not somebody who says, doink, that's coming with me. Because that's what I would be doing. I love a good prop. What's that? What are my top 3 dream props to own and have in the Kurt cave, you ask? Number 1, Dr. Klobek's painting from the Burbs. Duh. Talked about it before. Number 2, the femur bone prop from the Burbs. Number 3, a sleeve of those green ball bombs that are in The Rock. I want one of those too. In case you're looking for any last minute gift ideas for my birthday, which happens to be the exact same date that Deborah will be playing Madison Square Garden.
When? September 11th. 9/11 was the only date available.
This whole fan campaign is so funny. The bit about writing it on the toilet paper is too good. I like to imagine there's a little Debbie in the stall next to her, like standing on the toilet seat listening, and she's there ready with a Sharpie because people kept coming in and using the stall before Sister Act did. So then when they're done, they gotta run in there and hurry up and write it again and get out. Blurb number 6, Jack in Box. So many great jokes tonight, and a strong showing for Damien, who's really coming into his own, stepping outside of Marcus's shadow, even if he doesn't send hair like he did.
I miss Marcus. Damien never sends us locks of your hair.
Well, he will now. But yeah, he impresses Deborah with the con idea, and then him just owning the situation. The con calling for these breaks with the board in front and stuff.
Hey, get into a single file line, or you will be tased. Do not with me.
Oh, he is barking orders. And this sign, my God, the physical comedy work with this sign is so good. The last time they put the sign up, right? But Damien doesn't sit down yet, and you just see his head go. That is... Loved it. But joke of the night goes to Deborah's tragic mishandling of the name of Jack in the Box.
The entire Jack in Box menu.
Jack in Box. I love the idea that Deborah has no friggin' clue what Jack in the Box is. Blurb number 7, callback corner. So as promised, I did start a rewatch of the whole series in honor of the last season. And it's flying by. I finished season 1 last night. And actually, it helped me out a few times in this app. 1, the 3rd generation Lil Debbie. Her insult about Ava's tweets, thought poems.
Well, so you didn't like any of my tweets?
They're not jokes, they're thought poems.
Okay.
That's a direct quote of Deborah to Ava.
They're not jokes. I mean, they're like
thought poems?
So caught that. And 2, they're talking about how Jesse McCartney is a perfect choice because much like Renee O'Connor and Paul Downs being fans IRL, Hannah grew up having a crush on Jesse McCartney. Back in season 1, she's home for her dad's funeral, right? And she's got like her old posters up on the wall. And in the pod, they're talking about, they were asking, okay, who were your big crushes back then? And we'll put a poster up of them. So, hey, perfect. Bring him in here for this scene. Great. Great callback.
In episode 110 has a Jesse McCartney poster.
Yeah.
That's right.
However, I watched this scene and I'm looking for a Jesse McCartney poster. I do not see one. I see one poster technically, and that's of True Blood, another HBO show. And everything else seems to be torn off covers of Entertainment Weekly, which is very realistic. I was there too. I was doing that as well, okay? But I'm dying to know which one of these blurry magazine covers is Jesse McCartney. So I hopped to the Goog and I'm like, all right, let's take a look at the database of Entertainment Weekly covers. To the Goog. I can't find one with Jesse McCartney on it. He was never on the cover. So I'm like, well, this can't be him. I thought maybe this was him. More current day Jesse McCartney could have been this one. But then I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. Let me Goog check some of these other covers. This Mean Girls one, not real. Also fake. Another thing in this scene, she's going through her dad's stuff because he had just died, right? And she comes across this watch. If you remember in this episode, Robbie, after introducing her patent pending coffee heater assistant tray, she points out to Ava, hey, nice watch.
Nice watch.
So I'm watching that going, ooh, is that the watch she got from her dad's stuff in season 1? It's not. They're different watches. Okay, so I'm reaching here. Oh, and also the joke they go out on about Ava's hands.
God, it's like high-fiving the hole! You're set!
Classic runner of the series, classic runner.
Positively extraterrestrial.
Yeah, you were right about that. I've had gigantic hands my entire life.
Blurb number 8, OMG, the feels. The feels were off the charts at the end of this episode for this BFF combo between Deb and Ava. These are facts we know to be true, but damn it, if a tear did not come to my eye, hearing them say it to each other out loud. Oh.
And I didn't need them so much anymore.
Well, it makes sense. I'm your #1 fan.
Like I said, this season is feeling like it's going to be these two against the world. And after seeing this app, feels like it's going to be a victory lap for them. It's all going to go their way this year. It's the season of Deb. The wins are coming, which can only mean one thing. Look out, Lipka. We're coming for you. Just like I'll be coming for you if you don't watch the friggin' Burbs.
The Burbs.
Just kidding, but seriously, watch the Burbs. And to Bitboat, I'll tell you which Power Ranger it was. It was the